What's up, my loves? My name is Paige. This is Pages with Paige, and today we're going to be doing 7 on Sunday. So 7 on Sunday is a Goodreads group created by Grace from G Swizzle. So I'll leave the link to the Goodreads group in the description box below, as well as a link to Grace's channel. Today's topic is to discuss 7 underrated books that we feel deserve some hype. I've decided to tweak it a little bit, and I have a series or two, and then the standalone or first book in a series. The first book that I want to discuss is the Guardians of Time series by Marianne Kelly. So that includes The Name, The Dark, The Key, and The Shadow. This series is an Australian series that is just so wonderful and wholesome. Without giving too much away, this is following a boy named Ethan who is the Named. He has the ability to travel back in time where he can use special skills to intercept the villains of the story, and he's also a schoolboy. I really liked the YA fantasy tropes that were present in this, and just the way that she explored time travel was fantastic, and the fact that each little moment intercepted with a larger picture. The whole series is fantastic, and I felt like this is just iconic Australian literature that is so underrated and deserves to be pumped up because it's fantastic. The next book I want to discuss is The Heart of Brass by Felicity Banks. This is actually part of a series. However, I haven't read the second and the third yet. I do own them now, so I'm keen to get onto them, but I haven't just of yet. This is following Emily Muchmore, a well-bred young lady that is hiding family secrets. She has a brass heart that malfunctions, so this is set in Victoria, Australia during the gold rush and is also steampunk. If any of those are your buzzwords, please pick this up. It's fantastic. The ending had me shook to my core. I was like, is she gonna go this way? Very, very keen to continue on with the series. I'm just horrible at continuing series. And I love the way that Felicity Banks writes, and she's just a really lovely person. I got to meet her twice, once at Supernova and once at IronFest, and yeah, oh, so wonderful. So yeah, very happy to have these in my possession. The next one is a recent fave, and it only came out in 2018. I know it's been hyped up by one other booktuber, but I would love to see more people get their hands on it, and that is The Land of Yesterday by K.A. Reynolds. So this is following Cecilia Dahl as she navigates the land of yesterday after her younger brother died and her mum is following in her footsteps. It's very synonymous for suicide and deals with a lot of painful topics. Grief, blame, feeling that things are just stuck and not being able to escape it. And yeah, I think it was beautiful. I tabbed so many beautiful quotes and just had me feeling. One quote that really stuck with me was, if people knew how to get to yesterday, they'd leave today and the world would be nothing but ghosts. And I thought that was extremely powerful. So definitely need more people to pick this up. Middle grade as a whole needs to be picked up more. So yes, definitely want to put this in the hands of everyone. The next one is a non-fiction book that I actually don't have with me at the moment. It's at my parents' and I read it in 2017, and it's called Becoming Cliterate by Laurie Mintz, and it's dealing with female empowerment through understanding your own body. The points that she raised in it was just so wonderful, and I know there are a lot of feminist texts out there, and I think they all can offer some value, but I felt that Laurie put it in a way that was digestible for anyone, and I feel that she just made such wonderful points that her science-based knowledge needs to be promoted more. I definitely think that if you are looking for feminist literature, that would be a nice one to dip into, and I would like to hear more people's opinions on it as well. Along the veins of sex and our bodies and empowerment, I also want to discuss a book by Hannah Whitten, and that is Doing It and The Hormone Diaries, the bloody truth about our periods. I feel that even with Hannah being a YouTuber, that these aren't really pushed forth more. Being in Australia, I can understand that it's not necessarily going to be well stocked, but I feel that like if people ask for it, they would do it. I've got mine, and I think they're wonderful. Doing It talks a lot more about sex, virginity, consent, orgasms, anything like that, whereas The Hormone Diaries is dealing mostly with periods. Hannah has made a conscious effort to get all voices rather than just the female voice. So yeah, I thought these were both really informative and they're hyped by her, they're hyped by people that know her, but in Australia I feel that they're underhyped, and I would love to see more people getting their hands on these and especially helping put them in the hands of people that need it most. The next book that I want to talk about is actually a poetry collection by Mary Lambert, and that is Shame is an Ocean I Swim Across. It is available on Scribd, I believe, as both ebook and audio format, and I felt that this was so powerful. I haven't heard anyone talking about it online, but I feel that she really deserves a lot more recognition. It deals a lot with fat shaming, queer identity, abusive relationships, and just, I was sobbing listening to this book. It's Hidden in the Fields. I think it's a really strong and powerful poetry collection, and I would love to hear more people talk about it. The final book I want to discuss is by quite a hyped author. However, I feel this book flies under the radar and I absolutely adored it, and it's The Rhythmatist by Brandon Sanderson. This is a middle grade YA story following Joel, who's fascinated by magic that is present in the story, and it deals with chalk drawings, circles. The book itself has diagrams on how to actually do the magic, and I feel that whilst Brandon's well known for his Final Empire, Miss Bond series, The Way of Kings, all of those, The Rhythmatist sort of falls by the wayside. I found that it was fantastic. I love Joel and his inability to do the magic, but being so fascinated with it, and it was just cute and endearing, trying to find out what's going on and the mystery behind all of the incidences. And yeah, I can't remember if this is supposed to be a series or a standalone. I would happily love for it to be a series, but if it's just a standalone, I'm also happy with how it concluded. So yeah, so those are the 7 books that I have to talk about in this video today. I hope that if you liked these recommendations over quite a few different genres and classifications, you might pick one up. Let me know in the comments below if you have read any of these or if you're now interested in picking them up. And if you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you would like to see more of this mess, and I will hopefully see you in my next video. Bye!